What's up, guys? This is Kalo. Normally, I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we're cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news headlines. And who better to join me today than Aiden? Why don't you say what's up?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Game Sandwich, where we can definitely run a marathon. We can go the distance by terms of what Cake says in their song. We're
Ooh,
amazing.
we
We're great.
are. And because we're amazing, you should drop a like on this video, subscribe to Game Sandwich, and join our community Discord. Links to that is in the video description down below. Now, let's talk about something we love here at Game Sandwich, and that's live service games. Ones that come from PlayStation and ones that are not looking too hot, at least from what we gather. And we're
Now,
talking.
don't check previous videos where Kevin goes off about Sony ponies.
Hey,
Just
I'm gonna
don't.
I'm gonna walk a very fine line in this video. I'm not criticizing anybody. But yeah, we're here to talk about Marathon because some new information has come out. Remember, this suffered a little delay, and there's rumors that morale at Bungie's in the free fall, and there's just a lot going on behind the scenes. But recently, there was a new playtest, and apparently it was guarded by NDAs, but because this is the internet and because no one likes to keep to themselves, we got new information and we're gonna talk about it. Now, I want to ask you before we get into said changes, is there anything that Marathon could do to get it over the hump, to be like, yeah, like it's here, like we're gonna do good, or like survive, I guess?
I mean, it won't get it over the hump, but if it didn't exist, I wouldn't complain.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So
I
we
mean, the only way they're getting it over that hump, so to speak, is if they just, actually listen to people and make just a good game and don't steal artwork and just do everything they aren't currently doing.
Hey,
There you go.
that's what happens. So this is all coming from Insider Gaming, and there's a lot going on here as far as like what they changed. I'm surprised they did as much. But first, Eagle Eyes Gamers recognized a UI update that involved certain menus, such as main faction screen. This fragment also revealed all 6 of Marathon's core factions are playable within this playtest. It was also noted that a total visual overhaul has been rendered upon these factions, including a new intro cinematic for each faction that offers a little bit of backstory. Now, breaking that down, this first one, that I feel... Oh, I can't believe I'm about to bring this game up, but that's the benchmark we got to compare it to. Concord. We always said
You
it
said
looked...
it.
I know. Put the counter up. We need a counter. We need a counter, a Concord counter for a game that died in a week. We always said, like, okay, like they tried with these cinematics and they tried, like, it was a bootleg Guardians of the Galaxy, offering up little bits of backstory to each of these factions. I'm not gonna say like it's gonna change the game, but it's a trend in the right direction where it's like maybe you can get someone on the hook to be invested in that universe. What do you think about this?
I mean, they made changes. I think it's probably gonna fail still. I'm not the positive one here. I mean, I look at Bungie as a failed experiment now at this point. They made Halo, congrats to them. They helped create it and everything, but at this point, they made Destiny. We all know why that failed. Then they made Destiny 2, which also continued to fail. I mean, people still like it. Good on them, whatever. They're getting money from it. But ultimately, it's still not a great game. And then now they're just continuing to dig the hole even further for themselves by creating another not good game. At least people recognize that this one's not a good game. I will say
Hey,
that. At
hey,
least people recognize it.
we shall
So,
see.
I don't know. My thought process immediately goes to, and I'm sorry for anyone who even thinks that like Marathon is going to do good, and I'm sorry to not sorry to Bungie. Like, part of me really wants to see this crash and burn, and then Bungie ultimately go away
Hmm.
because I'm tired of them at this point, and I think that they've done enough. I think that they're just being more harmful than good.
Sometimes We got to figure it out. We have to figure this out. But let's talk about more updates where there's a new runner called Icon. Apparently, this character has been teased by Bungie already. And in one report, it does claim that Icon works like Pathfinder from Apex Legends and has a drone that can auto-loot enemies. So, with that, because like I've never played Marathon. I just kind of talk about it and bag on it when I can. But again, you want to, for this game, you want to try to cast the wide net. You want to try your best to kind of get somebody out there interested in this game because that's what's going to bring people back. And then, of course, holding these playtests like before you launch, I think it's in March. This is what I guess you want to have come out, where it's like, oh, we do see they're making changes. We do see they're adding characters. They do care about the universe they're making. But I was always on record, and I'm going to bring it up again. Personally, like, it's all good to hear this stuff, but fundamentally, I don't think there's anything they can do between now and launch in March, because this game was supposed to come out September, like, right around Borderlands, right? Like, sometime?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out in the fall.
Yeah.
Originally, it was the fall. I don't remember when, but I know they pushed it back because they were like, oh, it's not done.
So, to that, I fundamentally don't think there's anything substantial they can do right now to change the game to make it the thing they want it to. Because they've tied themselves to this art style. They tied themselves to being like this type of shooter that we see in the gameplay and we were like, oh, great, like this is just a here and gone type of game. And hearing like, oh, we have UI changes, oh, we have all these runners, or we have the faction backstories, and then the last bit here is like a map where burning sparks are raining from the sky, and players can access a map set on the UESC Marathon Starship, which marks a first for the game. Again, I'm hearing this, and I'm like, what, like, is there anything I should be excited about? And I hate to say that because I'm a Bungie stan. Like, I didn't like Destiny because it's just not my tea, but I love Halo. They made Halo. They made Halo Reach. They made Halo 3 and all that. I love those. He
secretly has a Master Chief 6-foot-tall statue in his closet.
I have the Master Chief helmet back there, and I have a 117 tattoo. This is why, like, I hate to see this studio go this route because I know what they could build, you know? And it's like, you're wasting time, resources, and effort on a game that I really think whenever it launches, we could be looking at another Concord. And the worst part is, this is a bigger studio, and I hate to say that, but like Firewalk and Bungie, one has a very legendary reputation in gaming, and the other one is like, you know, whatever. I hate to say it.
Was new and had nothing going for it.
I hate to say it. I hate to compare it like that, but it's like, you know what Bungie is. Bungie has, like, merit in gaming, and it's like, that's the only thing carrying
that the reputation will help. The reputation's definitely going to help, but also they've soured their own reputation by the whole artwork scandal stuff, and they've soured their reputation just based off the Destiny games, too, a little bit, so it's like, I don't know. It's a very mixed thing here because I know a lot of people who do like Bungie. I do. And I know also a lot of people who absolutely hate Bungie. Me included in that, where I just don't like Bungie. I don't hate them, but I just don't like them now at this point. So it's like, you know, when it comes out, I don't think it's going to do the numbers that they want it to. I think the legacy of the company will help. I don't think it's going to be like a Concord. I don't think it's going to be like, oh man, in 11 days it's going to be shut down. I don't really think that. But I think more or less it's going to launch, and then it's going to be like, probably go the way of X Defiant, where people try it because there's a big studio behind it, but it doesn't pull the numbers that it needs, and after like 8 months, 9 months, or whatever, they announce, hey, we're going to sunset the game because it didn't do the numbers we thought it would. I think that's ultimately going to be the path it takes.
That's a very good shout with X Defiant. I think that is the type of situation we are looking at. And apples to apples, because let's just say you did a very good report from a former developer from X Defiant, and you heard in that interview there was a lot going on behind the scenes that just did not mesh. Like, the team was very fractured. The team was very, under a lot of pressure. I'm hearing the same things around Bungie and Marathon, albeit not to what the extent was over at X Defiant, but it's not good. Like, it's not good. We see all the PlayStation Live Service games that are coming out or getting canceled. There's a lot of stuff going on the scenes where Fair Games, like one of the leads, left, and it's like, what's that game looking like? And again, there was that narrative behind these games after Concord where it's like, and the boss said, if you're gonna fail early and fail cheap. How much time, resources, money, all that has been poured into Marathon already, where it's like, this game needs to be good for Bungie to survive it.
I mean, I think Bungie will survive either way because Bungie's big, but I don't think they'll survive in the sense of they're going to be an independent studio at that point. I think they're going to end up being absorbed by Sony at that point, get melded into PlayStation, and just become another another one of their studios. It's just their studios that's controlled by them entirely.
Mm-hmm. I see them, let's just say after Marathon, it does numbers. Sony will see that and be like, all right, you're just Destiny now. Like, you are not doing any of that stuff to begin with. Like, just work on Destiny 3 and let's just keep our head down, And I hate to see that because, again, that's a good team. Like, they can make a good game.
Yeah, they can. They've shown that they can, but they also, back in the Halo days, they had another studio helping them with it, so... I mean, it wasn't all just them, so maybe they aren't as good as people say. Maybe it was the other studio who was keeping them in check.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe it was the other studio all along. But do we have any final thoughts here on... I was about to say Concord. Do we have any final thoughts here on Marathon?
No, but, if you are interested in Marathon, I hope it does well for your sake, but I feel it being an X Defiant situation. I don't think it's Concord, but it's definitely X Defiant.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to make it clear, I'm not rooting for a downfall. I just been here, done that with these types of games, and hearing what I'm hearing, it's like, yeah, we've been down this road before, man, and it sucks. It sucks. It absolutely does. But this is where we're going to pass it off to you guys. What do you think about all this? Can Marathon survive? Can Bungie survive?
Can it go the distance?
Can it go the distance? Shout out to Hercules, one of the best movies of all time. But that about does it here for this episode of Community Kitchen. We hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you want more video game content just like this, subscribe to Game Sandwich, drop a like on this video, and join our community Discord. But as of right now, I've been Kalo, joined by Aiden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.